What's up, YouTube? It's Credit Guy Frank here, man, coming to you today yet again with another video. All right, y'all already know how I do it, man. I get straight to it. But first, like always, I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, man. Send this video or any other videos on this channel that you know that can definitely benefit somebody. All right, particularly like-minded individuals. All right, this is one of the only channels you can literally close your eyes, scroll, click on any video. It's guaranteed to give you guys some game. All right, it's guaranteed. Now look, check this out. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to make some quick little money to put in your pocket so that you can continuously move forward. All right, this is a highly recommended video I get from a lot of people. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop it now. Show you guys exactly what you should do to run up 100,000 no matter what situation that you're in. All right, now look, check this out. We're gonna start from the top to the bottom. All right, when I say to the bottom, just understand that it's where you at right now. It ain't where you going. All right, so look, check this out. You got three different ways. Well, you got three different sectors. Okay, we're just gonna put it that way. All right, if you operating on the business side, 9 times out of 10, you at the highest sector. Okay, I don't care if you're a successful business. I don't care if you're not a successful business. If you are operating as your own individual, you are above average. Period. All right. Most people are scared. Contrary to what they will believe, if you talk to anybody that work a 9 to 5, most people are completely frightened to do what it is that you're doing. Even if you got a 9 to 5 and you got your own business, most people are still frightened to take that extra step to move towards that direction. I just want to get that understood. All right. Then you got everybody else. Okay. Everybody else is operating on the personal side. So what that means, they do everything on the personal side. All right, so they get personal credit limits. They get a crib in their personal name. They get a car in their personal name. Okay, so eventually what's gonna happen is you're never gonna get to the next level because you're gonna eventually get tied up. Okay, when I say tied up, I mean your credit is gonna come to a limit. All right, the world and everything else understands that there's no reason or no need for a person to have $500,000 without a business. It's just no purpose at all. Okay, so you have to understand that. So if somebody don't have a business and they ain't really trying to operate or do nothing to get to that next level, they just want to work a job, go home, drive, that's cool. All right, that ain't for most people, and it definitely ain't for people who listening to me and paying attention to me. Okay, so you got them people in the middle. Then you got the people who hustling on the way up. All right, this is my kind of people. These are special kind of people who are definitely gonna make whatever it takes to happen. All right, you eliminate some. You got some people who procrastinate on that side, but a lot of people don't. They just don't have the tools or the resources or the education to actually get to that next level because most people around you ain't that smart. All right, period. And what makes you smart is just the information that you choose to listen to, choose to learn, and the information that you choose not to. Okay, everybody want to talk about different people like Puff Daddy and what this rapper or what this person got going on, but what you got going on? Let's let that sit right there. All right. So look, if you operate on the business side, you already know. I'm gonna just do a quick rundown. Have multiple businesses. All right. Have a business for paying bills. Have a business for credit purposes. Have a business just put up just in case you need it for some money. Have a business that you're operating out of, and have a business that you're actually getting money from. Okay. We're just gonna leave that right there. On the personal side, you kind of tied with your hands behind your back. All right. All you can do is operate on the personal side. You don't have no business and you ain't trying to get into nothing because you're scared. That's cool. All right. Now, for my people who don't have a business or striving for a business or striving to just get back on track, this video is for y'all. All right. I'm going to give you a step-by-step play on what you could actually do involving a CPN step-by-step. Okay. A lot of people get a lot of things misconstrued because it's a lot of different information out there. Most people don't know exactly what they're talking about. Some people got bits and pieces of it, but bits and pieces ain't gonna help you. You need to know exactly what you're doing, why you're doing it. All right. If you need help with anything like this, you have plenty of options available. All right. Choose who you want to deal with and get somebody to take you to that next level or hold your hand until you get to that next level. All right. That's what a lot of my clients love me for because you can actually talk to me. You can pick up that phone. If you got my services or whatever, you can talk to me. We're going to walk you through every single step. All right. And once we do that, it ain't no, oh yeah, I did this for you. I did this for you. No, you are on your own. You're your own man. You're your own woman. All right. I don't need any credit. You feel me? So look, check this out. For my people who got CPNs, all right, you either got a blank CPN already, you're either trying to get a blank CPN, or you need a pre-made, okay? What a pre-made is it's an already built CPN that is literally just sitting there waiting for somebody to purchase it, line it up, and get it going, okay? You skip all of the getting the number and then getting it established and then trying to build it. No, it already comes with 3 primaries. You can throw two AU trade lines on there, and then you also have rental history as well with the closed auto loan on it. All right, those are the 5 things minimum that you need so that you can have an already built file, okay? If you just got 2 primaries on there, if you just got 2 AUs on there, or if you just got 1 thing of rental history on there, guys, you're not doing anything, okay? And you look like you ain't been around, which ain't cool. You're gonna need constant verification. You're gonna need a whole bunch of different things when you're not coming in the door correctly, okay? So for my people who gonna get a built, cool. You already know who to contact. You know how to get it. That's cool. All right. Now, I want to talk to you guys about starting it from A to Z. Okay. So once you get your number, stop worrying about the city, the state. Stop worrying about all of this goofy stuff. Stop using your real name. Stop using an address that's tied to you. I don't care if it's your cousin address. I don't care if it's your grandma address. I don't care if it's your girl address. Like, stop using addresses that's tied to you in any kind of way. It's an easy flag. And stop using your IDs. You can easily merge whatever number that you're using with the picture of your ID, and that will merge together. Doesn't matter how long it takes, it will merge together. This is 2025. Facial detection or facial recognition is a real thing, okay? So understand that once you're putting that ID up there and you got your CPN number, which ain't yours, they know who you, well, I wouldn't say they know who you are because ain't nobody really looking for you, but, well, I don't know, but you can easily tell, all right? We're not just doing names and all that stuff. It's not 2004 no more, all right? It's 2025. I need you guys to catch up. So once you get that CP, okay, understand that if it's blank, you need to build that first, okay? So talk to whoever you get it from. I don't know if it comes with the places to go to actually get it established on the back end, all that good stuff. But once you get that stuff straight, and I'm trying to run through this because that's small stuff, all right? That's stuff that I made videos about already, so there's no need for me to keep talking about the same thing when it's dealing with this because it's a lot of information I'm trying to give you all. I want you guys to understand this. Get that number. Get all the small stuff out the way, the rewards, all that good stuff. Establish that, okay? Once you get that established, wait a little bit of time. Nobody in real life just go and get everything under a number in one day. You wondering why you're getting flagged. You wondering why you're getting denied. You wondering why you can't open up Credit Karma, credit-wise. You're moving too fast, too quick, too soon, okay? So once you get it established, and then you need to start building it, okay? Do things slowly at a time. And this is why pre-mades are beneficial because you don't have to wait all of that time. It's already ready to go. But if you do, it's a play that you can run. So let that season a little bit, couple of weeks, a month, all right? It's no pressure. Then you want to start adding actual trade lines, okay? Now I'm going to give you guys a list of I'll give you guys about 3 in the description below that you can go to add to your CP, okay? Now, they are CP friendly, but you need to add more things. You need rental history, you need some type of car credit, and you need some AUs, of course, but do not add the AUs until you're actually about to go get funded, okay? So, add those on there. Do not use your real ID. Do not use your address, okay? If you already have one and you haven't done those things, the reason that I say don't use those things is because you need to get documents. This is a completely separate thing that you're doing. And this is also why I say, if you don't really have no money like that, you might as well go ahead and get your credit fixed, because you spending money operating on this side. And it's you probably you probably doing it for a reason. I'm not saying that, you don't have a valuable reason for it, but the money that you spending over here, it costs more than just getting your credit straight. And if you don't trust nobody to clean your credit, cool, I get it. If your credit tied up due to other things, cool, I get it. But this is just the way that you should go, because I'm gonna always tell you the right thing to do before I tell you the wrong thing to do. But I understand that sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I put it that way, because I don't really like to do the right, wrong thing. Like, miss me with that. All right. So you got a CP, build it up after you establish it. Okay. Take your time with it. Make sure that you have the proper documents. Make sure that you know, okay, with this CP, this person does this line of work. That line of work makes this amount of money. Because when you're on that phone, you don't have time to think. You ain't got time to, nobody got time for that, okay? Understand, look, if I want to do this, I got to have this ID. I got to make sure, like, if I don't have no address, I got to make sure I can go to Zillow to get me an address from a crib that nobody's using. It doesn't have to be anything special. All you need is mail. That's it. All you need is mail and something that's not tied to you. Do not overcomplicate it. Don't say, oh, I need a different address, and then you call your damn grandmother. Makes sense? No, not at all, right? So do this on your own. Do what you got to do. Don't tie nobody else into it, all right? So once you get that stuff straight, you can easily, after it's built, using all that stuff on there, you can easily use the primaries below and your built credit to go and start to get funded, all right? Now, I cannot give you guys where to actually go to get funded right now, because I don't know when you're gonna watch this video. Who knows when it's gonna change? And every time things does change, I update it on my actual personal forums. So I don't wanna give you guys that right now, because if you happen to go on there and it's 4 or 5 months away from here and it's a new place that's actually doing better, you go on there and then you get denied, then you think I told you something wrong, all right? When really you just late to the party. And a lot of times when I post a video, everybody doing it. So you gotta make it to the party, you feel me? But do not get there if you don't have these things in order. I cannot stress these things enough. A lot of the stuff you guys already know, but using your ID, I would not recommend at all. If you have a business, that is the most lucrative way to utilize your CPN, is if you have a business. Okay, because what you could do on that business side is way more than what you could do on the personal side. Because once you kind of on the personal side, remember what I said about you as a person, as far as your personal credit, that's the same thing that can happen to you on your CP. So if you're just doing things really, really fast, you're not gonna get big limits because it's not seasoned enough. Pre-mades, you can get bigger limits, but once that business is doing what it's supposed to do, you really moving in. Yes, you can get phones. Yes, you can get credit cards. Yes, you can get loans. But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So make sure you understand the game first before you just jump in there and then you're using your ID, or you don't have no stubs and you don't know where you working. It just gotta make sense, guys. If your job is one place and it's in Arizona, but this CP in Texas and there's only one location for this job, you gotta make it make sense. So do your homework, all right? Don't just get it and all you thinking about is money, and you can't look past money to where you like, oh, boom, boom, boom. Because it's easy to understand where the things is coming from if you understand exactly what it is that you're doing. Because if you do the things the right way, you ain't gotta go back. You don't have to do it again. Everything's straight green. Everything is green once it's done the right way. So make sure you got the right number. Make sure you know how to get the back end right. Make sure you know how to build it. Make sure you know a place you can get AUs from. Make sure you know how to fund it, all right? And in order to fund it, all you need to do is make sure you have an ID and make sure you have work history and check stubs. Those are 3 things that you definitely need. If you need sources, you know exactly where to come. But you need those things, guys. Without it, you cannot get into any bank. You cannot do anything. And the best bank that you should start with, if you so happen to need a checking account, all like soon as you get indoors, if you so happen to need a checking account, the best way to go about it is to do a mobile checking account. All right, do something that's like on the internet. Don't try to get a damn checking account at Wells Fargo. All right, make it make sense, guys. You can easily start running up your first 100,000 by doing that. Bust a play, whether it's the phones, the credit cards, or whatever. Bust a play, leave that alone, double back, get a business, get your personal clean. In 90 days, both of those things should meet. Once you have that, now you operating solely off the business. Okay, so you just went from a CP to get funds so that you can go operate on the personal side, which is clean it. And hopefully you're going to add primaries in there, because the better your personal credit, the better in general. So the more things you have on there, the better. Same thing on the business side, but you got some funds over here. Don't use the funds to go to the club and go trick off or go talk about you trick or treat. Make it make sense. Do what it is that you need to do. Get that business. That's the side that you should be operating on. Your personal side, you just want to build that just to keep it nice and clean. And you should want to do that. After coming from over here, you should want to keep that nice and clean. After not being able to utilize that and you had to go all the way over here, you should want to keep that nice and clean. All right. I hate when you guys get your personal credit clean, ask me where to go to get loans, credit cards, and things like that, but you ain't got no business and don't want a business. All you're thinking about is the little $55,000 that you can get. But guess what? Once you spend $5,000, $10,000, now you starting to get to that threshold. But really like 10 to 15, but I'm gonna scare you a little bit. Once you get to that 5,000, now you're at a threshold to where like, all right, I gotta pay this back, but then now I'm about to go on the verge to where I can't even get funded no more. You don't want that, okay? So operate on the business side. Use your personal as leverage. Build that personal up really, really strong. That way, once you get loans, credit cards, things like that on the business side, and it doesn't matter what business you guys have, guys. I just told you, have multiple. Have multiple. If it doesn't make sense to you, do some research so it can make sense to you, because I can't make everything make sense to you. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you something that you just completely shouldn't do. I mean, maybe, if you're smart enough, don't rock with CPNs, all right? If you want some money, I understand, but I really want you guys to operate on the business side, and I really want you guys to operate on the personal side. I want you guys to get right, but I do understand sometimes to get right, you got to get left, all right? It's Credit Guy Frank here coming to you today with another video, man. Let's get this money.